All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the morning note. It is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me today and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the G.A.R Capital YouTube. I did not do a morning note yesterday, but I did send out some info for you guys on Instagram so you guys can still be prepped. We send that to our premium members and our masterclass daily on Discord, so they get that anyways. But yeah, back on it on a Friday. Pardon the darkness here. It's very dark because it's very rainy and ugly outside here in Central Florida. So pardon the lighting. But you didn't watch this to look at my face. You went to look at the charts and the news. So that's the key. Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, white logo. Click on that. Turn on notifications, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, comment your questions. Really do appreciate it as always. Yesterday I did do a live with Nick G.A.R Capital, one of our VPs. If you're interested, feel free to take a look at that. It's under stories. Click on it and you'll watch the live that we did. It was an impromptu live, always fun. All right, Dow futures up 140 points, new all-time highs. NASDAQ up 57 points, new all-time highs. S&P up 20, new all-time highs. Russell 2000 up 22, new all-time highs. Do you see a pattern here? Crude oil is up 0.90% at 79.50 a barrel. Gold futures are flat, 17.93 an ounce. Again, that 1800 level. 23.85 for silver. They are down 0.26%. The 10-year yield, 1.530. Dollar index up 0.26%, 94.59. The VIX is down 1.62% at 15.19. And the euro dollar for my Forex people, 115.14 down 39 pips. Dollar yen is up 8 pips, 113.86. Ethereum futures 45.33. Bitcoin futures 61,800. But we all know weekends are for crypto. All right, good morning all. Let's go ahead and go over the non-farm payroll report. I don't know what this is. I just got a notification. Okay, non-farm payroll report. The jobs change. 531,000 jobs added versus 450,000 jobs added as expected. Change in private payroll, 604,000 versus 420,000. Change in manufacturing payroll, 60,000 versus 30,000. A great report all around. Also got some other numbers here. Revisions added 235,000 jobs in prior 2 months. So some really, really great news. This is the best jobs number since July. Again, we've been saying you stay bullish, you stay long, November, December, been saying it. I said it last night on Instagram Live. I know, everyone is saying, why would I stay bullish? Well, you can see the price action. There you go. Unemployment rate, 4.6%. Right now, consensus was 4.7%. That's a beat. U.S. labor force participation, 61.6%. The forecast was 61.7%. Let's see, got some news here on Apple. Apple's roadmap for Mac chips shows likely advantage over Intel. That's some news that just came out. Datadog up 16.8% pre-market. Datadog stock pops as quarterly earnings and guidance top estimates. A lot of earnings came in yesterday and today. Let's go ahead and go over them. A couple of ones that stand out here. DraftKings had a negative EPS of, actually lost 82 cents versus the down $1.11 estimate. Revenue $213 million versus $225 million. Narrows fiscal year 21 guidance revenue. I'll go ahead and bring this up, make life easy. And you could see 1.7 to 1.9 billion versus the 1.676 billion guidance. Includes $25 million impact from NFL event outcomes. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Melli. Gross merchandise volume, 7.3 billion, up 29.7 billion, 29.7% year over year. This is Mercantile Libre. Total payment volume, 20.9 billion, up 59% year over year. Again, a lot of different news. Uber reported $1.28 loss versus 37-cent estimate. Revenue did beat 4.85 billion versus 4.42 billion. Their guidance, 25 to 75 million versus the 98 million. Gross bookings, 25 to 26 billion. Square reported 37-cent adjusted earnings versus 38-cent estimate, 3.84 billion versus a 4.38 billion in estimate revenue. Bitcoin revenue 1.82 billion versus a 2.47 billion estimate. So again, misses on Square. Pins, 28 cents versus 24 cents estimate, 633 million versus 433 million year over year in revenue. Guides Q4 revenue growth on the high teens year over year. Operating expense in the low teens. Adjusted EBITDA 201 million versus 93 million year over year. Monthly active users is up 1% year over year at 444 million. Now here's the best report that I saw yesterday. I was doing some research. Was Airbnb. Airbnb had the best call in my opinion. $1.22 versus $1.84 an estimate. 2.24 billion versus 2.06 billion. Their guidance was actually great on terms of range. $1.39 versus $1.48. 1.48 billion versus 1.43 billion estimates. So again, I think Airbnb is a great one. Again, I do own it. So again, I expect if I get a little more of a dip, I can buy some more. But again, Peloton had pretty much a really bad call as they fell. So I'll go over a couple of setups here. $1.25 in EPS growth down versus $1.15. Revenue 105 million versus 804 million did beat. Guidance 1.1 to 1.2 billion. The guidance expected was 1.52 billion. They cut the fiscal year 22 guidance 4.4 billion to 4.8 billion versus the 5.37 billion. The prior revision was 5.4 billion. So there's a lot of revisions to the downside. A lot of competition for Peloton. Again, they did great during the pandemic, but at the end of the day, they're definitely finding a little bit of issues trying to keep people at home to work out. You have Tonal and some other different stuff out there. Even Apple has their own health app. So you can see why it's moving to the downside. Let's look at some pre-market movers here. Carnival is up 5.85% pre-market. American Airlines is up 6.3% pre-market. Pfizer's up 10.63 pre-market. On the Dow, what's moving? Merck is down 10%. Disney is up. Boeing is up. I think someone had a question about Boeing last night on the live. JP Morgan's up. Visa's up. I do own Visa and JP Morgan. And Boeing. S&P, again, kind of the reopening names again, starting to move. Delta up 5%, I own that. Norwegian up 6%. Excuse me. Nvidia up another 1% today after this monster gain yesterday. Ford is up 2% pre-market. And you can see Peloton is down 33% pre-market. AMD up 1.27%. We closed out a little too early yesterday. That's all good. I own shares. Meta Platforms versus Facebook up 1.12%. I still have calls. Let's see if we can hit that today. Microsoft's up, and so is Qualcomm. And also Tesla's up slightly. It's now at $12.31 a share. Wow. Okay, so that's where we are this morning. A lot of moving, a lot of shaking. Let's take a look at Peloton and some of the guys that earned. So again, 57.20 this morning on Peloton. So that'll put you right around here. Your next support is right around 49.72. I think that it'd be worth a trade, not an investment. A swing trade may be worth it on Peloton. If you can get below 50, I think I might pull a trigger and buy some shares of Peloton and then see if I can get a little bit of a bounce back. I did that with Zoom. I'm up 7% on Zoom after a big fall. So again, this would be a trade. I have a Peloton at home and I actually use it. I like it. But again, at the end of the day, the stock is not performing or up to the actual what's the word I'm looking for? Valuation. There you go. So Peloton, I think, is probably worth a swing trade, not an investment. DraftKings is now trading at 42.84. I have an alert at 35.32 to buy some more, so I'm still waiting on that. But I'm still bullish on it in the future. Uber is now at 46.10. They're up pre-market, so no adding there, nothing to do. If you're looking at pins today, it's at 44.25, barely up. If you want to buy some pins, $36 seems about a right level to go ahead and do that just on a technical basis. If you really like Pinterest, then you may want to own it. If you want to swing trade it, I think Peloton is a better swing instead. But that's where I got in the last earnings reports that I saw that anything stood out. I think Peloton is worth a trade. Again, a swing trade, not an ownership. I think DraftKings is worth ownership. That's what I own. And we'll move from there. A lot of people ask me about Penn. I have 52.87 as my alert to buy some more. I do own Penn. So again, if that does break, I will be adding some more. I'm still bullish on the name. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. It's a lot. And I need my glasses because it's super dark in here. Sorry, guys. Let me get this going. Good morning, all. I'll get back to Facebook because I have calls. Good morning, boss. Good morning, Greg. What are your 4 targets if football breaks 35? If football breaks 35, then it gets interesting. Again, that didn't break, and I didn't get the volume, so I didn't fill. Right here, 39.52. That's your target. Morning, Carlos. 44 break on NIO. What do you think? NIO has been a tough one to me. It's at 43.55. So let's take a look at the hourly. Again, 43.66. 44 should break on NIO. It's been moving pretty well. So again, I do own shares as well. Let's see if we get that break. What are you watching for Dixie? If you're looking for the dollar index. On the Dixie, we go ahead and go to the daily. We can see that we're starting to consolidate a bit on the high end of the dollar. So again, the next target would be 96.09. Does IWM keep running? Yes, I do own some unusual options activity for IWM on November 19th, the 245 strike. I think we get it today. Happy Friday, William. Good morning, Carlos. Bull run on NVIDIA. Absolutely, it's a bull run. I own it. I hold it. I'm happy. Google, I wish I could have bought some, but I have it on SpyG. That's totally cool. I'm waiting for 24.44. Who knows if we'll ever get it, but you never know. That's my alert. And yeah, it looks like Google's going to hit 3,000. Datadog is absolutely on fire. 191 a share now. New highs. New all-time highs, actually. So congratulations, Datadog. I wouldn't chase it here, to be honest with you. And coin I own, I'm happy with. Again, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, so I'm still going to keep coin. What's your reaction on DraftKings? I had to deep dive on the earnings. I just got it an hour ago, so I have to do a little more research, but I do like DraftKings on it. Again, it's all based on, of course, future legalization in different states. Florida just got sportsbook. The Jets quarterback got hurt yesterday. I had a unit on the covering the spread. They almost backdoor covered. Who cares? There's a $100 loss on DraftKings, but I will be doing some football betting this weekend for sure. I love NFL betting. Again, small parlays, that's what I do. But either way, 5-year target on DraftKings, I mean, that's really tough to say, but I'm going to go with $100 for sure. I think DraftKings has a lot more upside, definitely. Any idea why Citi has been lagging and underperforming compared to other banks out there? The only thing I can think of with Citi is that they probably don't have the revenue the way a JP Morgan does or a Bank of America does. Keep in mind, Citibank is more international, Bank of America is more domestic, so is JP Morgan. So again, keep that in mind. Citi is a little more international, so that could be the issue there. What's a good price to buy Citi if it performs well? Rate hikes, 64.81. I would be buying some. I have JPM and Goldman Sachs as my banks. Long PFE. I think it's nice if you want to own it for a dividend. I wouldn't expect tons of growth. It's at 48.63 now. The recent high was 51.86. It seems that we kind of go back and forth. I remember 51.86 because I traded it and made some money with our UOA team. Multiple back on Apple after X dividend. I think Apple is bullish, of course. I think it's going to break maybe 165 by the end of the year. That's my call, maybe 160. But again, I think we have a little more upside, absolutely. Levels to buy in Microsoft, tough when it's soaring the way it is. Anything below 300, I think it's worth a shot. And I own some, so it doesn't really matter. But 302, the 50-day moving average, would be nice to buy some more. Affirm for next week, will NVIDIA slow down? NVIDIA, of course, will slow down. Again, you don't get a 15% pop in a day and not expect at least some kind of pullback. It's still bullish, but you'll get some kind of pullback. And Affirm, again, let's take a look at it. Again, boosting up. It's down pre-market, no biggie. But again, it's been on the daily, it's an absolute monster. Let's see if we can get a continuation. Who's holding PayPal right now? Is it a buy? I own PayPal shares, and I will be adding at 208.54. I don't know what core is. How much is SPX up in November so far? I am not sure. I have to take a look. Levels to add on Roku. I added Roku yesterday. I added at 295, I think. What do you think of AYX? I have no idea what that is. Facebook pins, price to add. Facebook, I'm looking at to add our metaverse at $300. Pins I don't own. If you want to buy some pins, it's $36.70. Netflix, I don't own it, but again, if you're looking to buy some, possibly your best bet is around 570, the 100-day moving average. Levels to watch on Apple. Again, see if we get that break on the hourly. Again, I have calls 152.50. SPY, I bought some little lottos before the market opened, before yesterday's close on the, what did I buy? The 467s, I believe. So I should be able to catch that today, obviously. AMD on fire. I mean, as long as it holds 137.90, the 161.8 fib extension on the hourly, let's see if we can get that. PayPal already spoke about. Will Peloton break out this year? I don't think so. I mean, Palantir is just ranging, so it's a tough one to call. And I own it. Stay patient. That's what I'm doing. We'll leave it from there. Etsy, longish hold. Etsy had a decent call. Absolutely. If you want to own it, cool. It seems that it's very Amazon proof, so Etsy is a fine company to own. Price to add on Roku, I already added, so anywhere around right here is fine. If you're looking for a little more downside, you probably want to go to around 265. Peloton, do I own my 60 puts at the open? The expired date? Yes, sell your puts at the open. Congratulations. And how would you break down your option strategy to newbie? It's very simple. The option strategy is on our video on our website, GARcapitalfx.com. We actually have a video series 1 and 2. The number 1 is just for breaking it down for newbies, like the basics of the basics. So if you're interested on that, go to our website, GARcapitalfx.com. I have no idea what core is, so I have no idea what this stock does or what it is. So just going by technicals, it looks pretty bearish to me. So that's it. If DXY breaks out, is it bad for stocks? Again, it depends on how much of the upside it is. If you're talking about a 1% pop, yes, it's bad. But quarter point, 0.17, it's fine. Whew. My mouth. I need coffee. All right, guys, that's all the questions I got today. Have a great weekend. GARcapitalfx.com is the website, and we'll catch you guys on Monday for the morning note. Looks like we might be doing an aftermarket recap on YouTube daily at 5 p.m. Keep it locked, and I'll let you know. So make sure to turn on notifications if you don't miss anything. Have a great one. Enjoy your weekend. Remember, weekends are for crypto. Go Cowboys. We'll see you on Monday.